This episode of ETC is brought to you by Mad Max Fury Road. Hey everybody, we got some big superhero news for you guys today.
Wait, what are you doing, Elliot? This is Weekly Weird News, not that mindless bullshit we put on Machinima main channel Monday through Friday. Oh!
Well, guess what, kids? The worlds of Weekly Weird News and costumed crime fighters are crossing paths this week because thanks to a post on our subreddit, we are now aware of the Bromley Batman, a real-life masked vigilante in the UK who has taken it upon himself to clean up the mean streets of his London borough.
And good for him. Though he claims to have operated in secrecy for a few years, the Bromley Batman first garnered media attention back in June when he rescued a local man from a foul-mouthed, knife-wielding group of thugs who tried to steal his wallet and phone and maybe even his life.
Who's to say? The victim says that he thought he was, quote, quite literally done for. But then, out of nowhere, a man about 6 feet tall, dressed in black combat-style trousers and a tight muscle top and wearing a bandana mask, came running towards them.
He kicked the biggest of my attackers to the ground, which must have knocked the wind out of him. Then he grabbed one of the others and swung him into the other one, and pushed them both into a prickly hedge. They were both screaming in pain. It actually scared the life out of me, as I'm sure it did the young chaps who attempted to mug me. Even without me attempting to do an accent for that, you can hear just how British this person is.
Young chaps.
Yeah.
There's a quote later on that is the most British thing ever.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. So after covering this story, the London Evening Standard received 2 more eyewitness accounts from locals, one from a woman in Lewisham.
You probably butchered that.
Probably.
Lewisham.
Lewisham. She described being saved from a mugging, and then there was another one from a dude in Penge, or Penge, I don't know.
Whatever.
He witnessed a beating, and let's just read his account.
One night a couple of weeks ago, I was walking home after a night out with mates. A couple of drunk geezers. Geezers! A fun word. A couple of drunk geezers were punching and kicking some other geezer. From what I overheard, it was about cash being owed.
A tall geezer came running in wearing all black with his face covered up as well. He grabbed one of them, attacking him, and put some kind of ninja lock on him. He pushed him while twisting this geezer's arm into the other fella.
The geezer, why do I say it like that? The geezer getting beaten up ran like a nutter, and with both the fellas on the floor, the masked geezer scarpered quickly away. Is that how you say it? Scarpered?
I guess.
Scarpered quickly away himself. My mates all called me a nutter when I told them, but I know it happened.
We got geezer, we got nutter, we got scarpered or
whatever that is. Yeah, what's the stonking? It was a stonking good time.
Anyway, a few days later, the Daily Planet, the Evening Standard, got to speak to the Bromley Batman himself under condition of anonymity via email, and he revealed to them that he actually doesn't like the name Bromley Batman and prefers to be called The Shadow after his favorite comic. But sorry, bro, it's too late. You're Bromley Batman.
Yeah, take that. He revealed that he's between 25 and 50 years old and has a day job, which really narrows things down a whole lot. And he told them that he'd trained in martial arts since a very young age and, quote, picked things up from previous employment, which means he had to have worked as like a bouncer or security guard, something.
Or as a superhero, well, I don't know. He said, I sat and watched crime being reported and news about scandals in Parliament and thought, this world is fucked up and needs some help. I am doing this for future generations to feel safer. I have seen the world get increasingly dangerous and unstable.
With his increased notoriety, Bromley Batman, or The Shadow, as he likes to be called, has also expanded his operations all the way over to Cornwall. Am I saying that wrong?
Cornwall.
Okay. Where last week he rescued a couple leaving a bar from a group of thugs that he beat the shit out of before telling the couple, quote, don't thank me, I'm the Bromley Batman. So he's like, okay, if I want to be identified, I have to say I'm the Bromley Batman.
I barely said it in a deep voice. Don't thank me, I'm the Bromley Batman. Be careful out here.
It's just Ben Affleck.
Yeah, he's just training.
Yeah.
Shortly afterwards, the Sun claimed to have figured out the Bromley Batman's identity.
Why are you doing that?
So they say he's personal trainer Adnan Tatliklioglu, which I'm not even gonna try to pronounce, who lives in Bromley.
Tatliksoglu.
He likes superheroes, and his friends seem convinced that it's him because he was on holiday in Cornwall during the sightings over there.
Ooh. Now, of course, he denies it, as does the Bromley Batman email account that the Evening Standard had been in contact with. Bromley Batman told them, quote, I fear for this guy who has supposedly been unmasked as me. I really have made a lot of enemies, and this man doesn't deserve to take the brunt of it. People I have stopped in the past could now have a face for the person who stopped them. And I am sure lots hold a grudge. Which is true.
Yeah.
Fuck you, son.
Yeah.
Daily fish wrapper, get that garbage out of here. Quit trying to blow these identities.
Yeah.
If you tell everyone who Bromley Batman is, he can't save lives. And if you tell everyone who Banksy is, he's not gonna be able to do cool street art.
Just ruin it.
Yeah.
Take a perfectly good superhero,
Just
perfectly
ruin
good
it.
street artist, just ruin everything.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hopefully the Bromley Batman, whoever he is, if he's this guy or not, can continue cleaning up the mean streets of England without more nosy reporters from the Sun snooping around.
Yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't run into anyone with an actual gun. Because
Don't try that.
If he tried that in America, wouldn't work.
Can I stop and do a hand over your heart for America's Batman who got killed this week?
Oh yeah.
The guy, he would drive his souped up Lamborghini dressed up as the 1989 Batman to local hospitals to meet kids and cheer them up. And his Lamborghini broke down. This is apparently, I don't have the story in front of me, but I think his Lamborghini broke down and he got out to check on it or something.
Checking the engine and it got rear-ended.
Rear-ended. And now he's
sad.
dead. And he was just a great person. There's a great viral video that you can look up of him getting pulled over by the cops. Apparently a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And so we mourn the passing of America's Batman. It was in Maryland, I believe.
That's what happens if you try to do good things here.
Yeah.
You get shot or run over.
Or someone beats the crap out of you because you're just a hitchhiking robot.
Yeah.
You know they made a Pope version?
A hitchhiking
Pope bot. Yeah, and it hitchhikes. They're trying to see if that'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's move on from crime to politics. Because our presidential election cycle down here is in full swing, despite the election being over a year away. And there's already been plenty of absurdity to come out of it, though mostly it's been almost exclusively coming from Donald Trump.
Yeah, but we sometimes forget that politics is ridiculous all over the world. And our neighbors to the north, wait, hold on. By the way, did you know that the person polling directly behind Donald Trump in, I think it's either North or South Carolina, is D's Nuts? Yeah.
Oh,
he's
good.
Polling a close second. Anyways, our neighbors to the north in Canada are no exception to this. They've got parliament elections coming up this October, and one candidate, Mr. Wyatt Scott, is looking to get your vote through an unorthodox tactic. A campaign video that would be right at home on Tim and Eric Awesome Show.
It's got Wyatt Scott riding on a giant goose with a sword, and then he jumps down and slays a dragon, and then he fist bumps with an alien. He says something about Canada's indigenous people needing more stuff, but then there's a photo of Mexico's Chichen Itza in the background. There's also weed leaves everywhere.
Wow.
Shocker. And it ends with Mr. Scott magically growing a campaign beard instantly and then destroying a giant killer robot with his laser eyes.
Yeah.
It's awesome!
Yeah.
And even if his campaign run as an independent doesn't result in a parliament seat, which would be tragic, he at least has a bright future on YouTube.
I wish you would have brought in, do we have that Bernie Sanders one from Comic-Con?
Yeah, that poster's great.
And it's him and Mad Max, and it says, feel the burn.
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn, Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Anyways, speaking of YouTube, GoPro seems to have just straight up run out of ideas for showing off cool uses for their action cameras, and are now just inventing newer, more extreme sports to keep the masses interested.
So last week they posted 2 such videos. The first features surfer Jamie O'Brien tearing up the waves while on fire.
Yeah.
Because stupid, boring old surfing is just way too safe.
No, you get attacked by sharks. Remember that happened this
Yeah, I mean,
summer.
if anything, it's a great way to keep sharks away from
Yeah.
you, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. I guess it's not that dangerous since he's surfing.
Yeah, you just kind of fall
fire's
off.
too hot. Whoop.
Bloop, right into the water.
So, whatever.
Slightly less safe, however, was the video they uploaded 2 days later of a dude skiing down several flights of moving escalators in a mall. This one seems to have been filmed, quote, guerrilla style, making it that much more ridiculous and unsafe. But whatever, no one got hurt, so not a big deal. His skis probably got hurt, but they're not made for that.
They're made for snow. You gotta wax that shit real good.
He could buy new skis with his YouTube
I'm sure
money.
GoPro gave them all, yeah. But anyway, in our final piece of news, before we switch over to just looking at the most absurd real news headlines of the week, Wheaties cereal, aka the breakfast of champions, has apparently found a solution to the fact that they aren't the sought-after breakfast choice that they were in the 50s and 60s.
Please tell me that they just pour sugar all over them.
Even better.
Okay. All right, well, the solution is making a Wheaties brand beer. Heffa Wheaties. If you know what Hefeweizen is, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. It'll be made in partnership with local Minneapolis craft brewery Fulton, because nothing says craft beer like a global cereal brand known for tasting like damp cardboard.
Yeah, nothing says Minneapolis like finding dumb new excuses to get shit-faced.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
Wheaties made the announcement on their official Wheaties Twitter account with the message, want to celebrate like a champion? Now you can.
I like how it's the opposite of what Wheaties is like originally going for. They used to put like Olympians and stuff on their boxes, and now like just get drunk.
Fuck it.
So anyways, Wheaties has a Twitter account, and it has nearly almost over 9,000
Wow.
followers. Guess how many Facebook fans they have?
191,000. Who is liking all these fucking brands?
I don't know.
We're always just fascinated by this.
Yeah.
How many does Crayola have?
I want to know what Wheaties has to say.
I just love them crunchy wheat flakes.
Yeah. Anyways, if you live in Minnesota and are of legal drinking age, please go drink this and tell us about it once it becomes available in the Twin Cities on August 26th. But better yet, mail us 2 tall boys and we will attempt to drink them on air in your honor. We care that much. It's just gonna taste terrible.
I don't know. Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the brewery. Maybe they know.
But with the wheat, I get it. Wheaties, wheat. Hefeweizen is a wheat beer.
Like, are they
Makes sense.
Are they putting the cereal in like the hops and shit?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get a can and pour it in a bowl of Wheaties and eat it that way.
If you send us a can, we'll do that.
I will do that.
Yep.
Anyways, it's that time again where instead of reading more pre-written bullshit written by us, we just read the dumbest real-life news headlines that we saw on the internet this week. Starting with...
Bar with no alcohol fails within weeks of opening. Well, this makes just complete sense.
Yeah, it was like...
what did they serve?
Non-alcoholic drinks. It was like some guy in New
like
Zealand...
O'Doul's?
Is it a strip club?
Yeah.
No, it was just a hangout place, but it
wanna own
cost
a bar.
like $15 to get in. It was supposed to be like a place to hang out after bars get out, but like, if you want to do that, you got to get some pinball machines or something in there.
Yeah, make it a party. But
Yeah.
man, that's... You would think that the guy would assume that was a bad business idea.
New Zealand.
Whatever.
Alaska troopers want to know why idiot in bear suit is harassing grizzlies. He ran up. People were watching these mama grizzly bear and her cubs like getting fish out of the stream. It was just beautiful, serene Alaska.
GoPro video.
Yeah,
It's one of those extreme GoPro videos.
And, well, there's no video of yet, but then some dude in a like lifelike bear costume just like went out there and was like, woo!
And that's it?
And then like a ranger saw it and he's like,
Oh!
I need to save this man's life because he's a fucking idiot. But
Or he
ran
thought
away.
he was a bear.
Well, it was clearly not a bear, but it was very lifelike. Anyway, he could have gotten his face just ripped up.
Hey, he's the Bigfoot up there.
It's a prank.
Yeah, it's a good prank. Watch out for that GoPro video coming soon. Bar brawl broke out at fundraiser for funeral of Saskatoon man killed trying to stop bar brawl.
It's not just hard to say, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's the cycle
It's
of bar
terrible.
brawls just continues.
Yeah, his funeral is going to have a bar brawl at it.
No.
And there's so much irony. They're just dying of irony up there.
Saskatoon.
What are you doing?
Saskatoon.
Not a lot
My
to do up there.
favorite
except
city name in the
get
world.
You know what wouldn't happen at the bar in New Zealand?
A fight.
A brawl.
They fall asleep in each other's arms.
There you go.
Bizarre case study. Man goes to hospital for leg pain, finds out he only has half of a brain.
Oh, that's like when Homer found out that he had a crayon stuck in his head.
That kind of.
Except worse.
Yeah, this guy was like, his brain is like this big. They're just like, he had some brain condition as a baby, and it got fixed, but apparently it stopped his brain from growing larger than baby size.
But was he intelligent enough?
They said he had like a slightly below average IQ, but like he has a job, he's
You know,
wife and kids.
people inaccurately state all the time that you only ever use 10% of your brain, Elliot.
Yeah, I know. That's not true. Sorry, Scarlett Johansson.
Small brain guys proving you wrong.
Yeah.
Campaign aims to rebrand wife beater shirts as respecters. That's not gonna work.
And that's not gonna work.
No. Hey, millions of people in the South, millions of uneducated people who refer to a white tank top as a wife beater. Could you stop? Maybe. Could you call them what is it, respecters?
It's just a terrible name.
I feel like if someone went up to a person wearing a wife beater and said, this is not a wife beater anymore, it's called a respecter, that the person wearing the wife beater would
beat them.
Beat the shit out of them. And then they would be called respecter beaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, respecter beaters.
Iowa replaces mile marker 420 with 419.9 to thwart stoners.
You know all this is gonna do, right? Is people are already getting high to go find this thing,
Yeah.
and they're gonna get high and they're gonna go 419.9. Oh, someone's fucking with me,
Yeah.
and it's gonna blow their mind.
Walk into traffic and just get hit.
Yeah.
Apparently this is a problem all over the country.
Yeah. They have weed. California has a problem with people stopping and taking the you're-entering weed.
Yeah. Well, these mile markers would get stolen all the
yeah.
time. So they're like, how do we get people to not steal this? Let's change the number.
And then publicize it. So then now this one gets stolen.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have a 419.9 on my wall than a 420.
Yeah. Got him.
Because
Got
I'm
a decimal.
ironic like that.
Got a decimal. Number 0.1. You get the joke. This man gave up being a human to live like a goat. Aw,
That's it.
that's cute.
He got little arm extenders and he was just walking around like a goat.
Is he happy?
I mean, he only did it for like 3 days.
Well, obviously he didn't like it then.
It was like he's just like, I wanted to see what it was like. So he went up to the Alps, strapped some like long arm
Did he walk on the
extenders.
side of a fucking cliff? On the side of a cliff?
Probably not. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Sure, he's
Once he gets the hang of it.
working his way up.
Yeah. It's like the little scooter.
Yeah, it's like the scooter. You gotta
get used to it.
Yeah. Staff at Turkish hotel used fake guns to stage mock ISIS attack on Brits.
Oh, that sounds
It's
fun.
a prank.
Yeah, it's a prank. Did they get it on film? It's one of those GoPro things that they've been talking about, all those extreme
Well, there was
GoPros.
that fucking ISIS attack in, I think it was...
Well, they're all over.
It was North Africa, but it was at like a tourist hotel like 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
They just killed like a bunch of British tourists.
Prank.
And so they're like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we made these people who were already terrified to come here even more scared for their lives?
Great for your tourism industry.
Yeah, thanks, Turkey, you big turkeys.
Homophobic drunk puts his genitals on pub bar and told police he was Batman.
You're not Batman.
This is the third Batman thing today.
Yeah.
And the third bar thing. Or second bar thing.
Yeah.
Second bar thing.
Don't mix Batman and booze.
I'm telling you, the further we go along, the better that bar with no alcohol sounds.
We'd probably all be a lot better off.
You know what? They probably misheard him because I've actually heard of people like when they stretch their balls, they call it the bat wing. They used to do it in like high school, like our high school friends used to do it, the weird ones. Look at my bat wing. So maybe that was it. No, someone out there knows what I'm talking about.
The bat wing?
The bat wing, where you pull your balls and it's all veiny and I don't know.
Moving on. We don't need to drink less soda, according to research funded by Coca-Cola. Okay.
This makes complete sense.
I mean, they kind of have, I'm not gonna say they kind of have a point.
It's like saying Kraft being like, you know, macaroni and cheese is really, really good for you.
Well, like, their whole argument was by the doctors that they paid to speak for them was just like, no, it's not about not eating bad foods, it's about exercising enough to burn those calories. I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but it's also not right either.
Yeah. Stop drinking soda.
And our final, the greatest headline of the week. Take it away, Ricky.
So this next one, the way that this website was, Esquire broke it down. It was like, this is the greatest tweet ever tweeted, basically because they were tweeting to an article about it. But they broke it down, and when you break it down, it makes it so much better. So we're gonna try to copy what they did. George Zimmerman selling Confederate flag painting at Muslim-free gun store in Florida.
Ding, ding, ding,
That's
ding, 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 ding.
The best combination of words that have ever been tweeted, right there, right
Perfect.
there.
It's perfect.
And it just makes perfect sense. I don't know, we did a whole lap around where the bar thing made sense that it closed down because they weren't selling alcohol. This headline is it makes the most sense out of anything.
It also, like you could show this to some people, I'd probably include myself in that category, and literally every element of that sentence is something that
Crazy.
person hates about America.
Yeah. George Zimmerman selling Confederate flag painting at Muslim-free gun store in Florida.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's great.
We did it.
Thanks, Esquire. Thanks for breaking that one down for us.
Wow.
Anyways, guys, that's Weekly Weird News for this week. Check out our new episode of Tech Tuesday. Check out our podcast with Tony Hale from Veep and Arrested Development and American Ultra. And check out something else up here. We'll see you guys next time.
Stay weird.